You should definitely have a checklist of things that you want to go through to make sure that they're okay. Sponsor team. So who else is on your team and what is their experience? So one of my colleagues was bringing in an investor who was a billionaire. And my colleague was probably like one of the top like salespeople, capital raising people like you've ever met. When I teach people, like I have a whole checklist of questions. And one of the things interesting that happened to me recently is someone who I've known for probably 4 years who was investing in a deal with me basically said, Shanoa and Phil, I'm going to use your checklist to go and verify you and who you are. And she knew me very well. And she asked me and Phil for a list of our references. And we're like, Phil is a little like annoyed by it just because of, I said nothing, like I gave her a whole list of references. So over the one that she called, it was so interesting. She's super efficient. I love her to death. She does like all the things that I tell her to do. Like, in this case, she's using it to even verify me. So I was actually kind of impressed that she went through this process. But what she did, which was very clever, is because some of these questions will have the reference that you're sending people to like on an hour plus long call. So when she figured out it was an hour plus long call, she just gave all the questions to her virtual assistant and she had all of our virtual assistants calling all of our references. So all of our references were like, what the hell, All right, why did you give this person I was like, I just said, hey, let me cut this short. I've been knowing them and doing business with them for the last 10 years, last 15 years. So you'll run into some situations like that. But yeah, you should definitely have a checklist of things that you want to go through to make sure that they're okay. Sponsor team. So who else is on your team and what is their experience? So one of my colleagues was bringing in an investor who was a billionaire. And my colleague was probably like one of the top like salespeople, capital raising people like you've ever met. And the guy said to him, like, you're great, you're wonderful, but I don't really care about you. All I care about is your back office. All I care about is your team. Like, tell me who is going to be the actual asset manager, because I know it's not going to be you. Tell me who's going to be the actual property manager, because I know it's not going to be you. And you also need to be careful not to over rely on a single individual. I got my Goldman Sachs gal in the back, right? So there's something called concentration risk, right? So concentration risk is putting all of your money, all of your eggs in one basket, right? So if that basket implodes, right? Or that person implodes, you have an opportunity to maybe get yourself into trouble and lose a little bit of, lose a little.
I would love to share with you everything that I have learned with my mentor, because I know it's going to transform your life the same way that I have transformed my life as well. So I will see you on the next event.